Yeah. Uh, Per usual, there's always consequences for being the rookie and putting yourself out there. So, yeah, I heard about it.
So Baker, training camp officially ends today. How would you assess the way it went for you?
Um, we're still going to be practicing. It's still preseason, so for me, I'm still going to treat it the same way mindset-wise. But I think I've been able to progress each week and work on the little things each day and try and get better. Um, you know, happy with where I'm at, but not satisfied. Always trying to get better. But for right now, we're building each day. I think we're, you know, putting ourselves in a good spot. Come week one.
What kind of things have you been able to learn from Tyler?
One more
What have
time.
you been able to learn from Tyler?
He's just a guy that can learn a lot from him. I've seen how he prepares, the little details in certain plays and what he looks for. That's been a big thing from me to take away from him, and just certain things to help the elimination process as a quarterback go faster at the line of scrimmage. And so, just hearing what he says about those things.
Did you, obviously some of the stuff that you did, I'm assuming some of the stuff that you've done off the field was done, like you said, in the summer. Did you ask anybody for help on the balance of that as coming in as a rookie? Like some of the stuff that you've endorsed, your show, that kind of stuff. Like how much do you know is too much and how much is just the right level for you?
I think that depends on who you're asking. I'm one that during the off season I can get stuff done, but I can also still work and do my job, and that's what I wanted to do was get everything off the field handled and taken care of. Important to have a say in your off the field brand and what you're doing. Your sponsorships, what you want to be represented by, what image you want to have. I think that's important. But when it comes down to it, as soon as you hit the football field, nothing else matters. And so I wanted to make sure I took care of that. People say, make sure you handle all that before, and I knew that. Because when it comes to ball, that's my main focus.
Much was said about this plan.
Some things that might have struck you in that second, things that might have struck you playing in that second game that didn't occur to you in terms of NFL game speed being in an NFL environment in game one. Things you picked up in game two that weren't apparent in game one.
We just saw a couple different looks. Saw some different stuff thrown at us down towards the goal line. They blitz us and played zero, and it's something we hadn't seen. We've seen it in practice, but that's just stuff you have to adjust to on the fly. So I think just different looks that, when you actually game plan, you'll be prepared, but when it's like that, you got to be able to adjust on the fly.
Much was said about this plan that the Browns crafted at the quarterback position. Do you think it contributed to your development any more than if you had just been out there on your own?
Absolutely think the guys that I have ahead of me and around me contribute to that. I think learning from Drew has helped tremendously, and also just watching Ty, even if he's not able to, directly coach me like Drew is a lot of the time. So I'm able to watch and learn, and that's huge credit to them for realizing exactly what they want to do and being able to accomplish that.
What's it like for you to see Josh Gordon back here? And I think you guys have, gotten to know each other pretty
Mhm.
well so far. How do you think he seems, and how does it feel to be back on it?
First of all, it's great to have Josh back, which means that he took care of his business off the field and he's back with us, and so that's great to see. And then anytime you have a guy like that, his presence around the building, the excitement, the potential that he has, it's something great for our team, not just our offense, and so happy about that. And so right now we're just taking baby steps. He's going to ease back into it. Because we've had the next man up mentality, and so we've had guys that have been forced to play, a pivotal role and step up to the challenge, and so we're going to have some competition, and I'm excited about that.
You said that you think you've handled everything well. This probably ties into the whole off the field stuff before camp, but says you think she's handled everything well and it's going to set you up perfectly for the future. Was that any doubt in your mind how you handle kind of life in the NFL, and was it that much different than what you'd been used to in college?
No, I think, I set my vision up. I set up my goals and I go after them. And I think if I do that each day, the rest take care of itself. And so, for me, it's never been too big for me. I've just always had a one day at a time mindset. And so when you set your goals, you need to make sure you're doing that. And so, yeah, it could be overwhelming, but I've had people around here like coach and just everybody that I have around me to be able to, keep that singular mindset, and that helps a lot.
The last 2 days, you've worn like some kind of a wrap on your left knee. Is there anything going on there?
No, moving around good.
Is that something you've ever done in the past, or is this just precautionary?
No, it's kind of like you tape up your shoulder sometimes. You do some rehab stuff. I don't know the science behind some of that tape, but they use it for a reason. So I won't. I'll do my job. I'll let them do theirs.
Where were you
Have
when
the Super Bowl was going on this year with Philadelphia? And has it occurred to you on any important level that you're playing the Super Bowl champs?
I think anytime you play a competition like that, it's important to realize that, they won it for a reason. They know what they're doing. They play as a team. So when you think about that, you got to play well on all three phases of the ball. So when it comes to comparing our last week, we can't have the penalties to shoot ourselves in the foot. We got to take advantage of scoring, position when we're in their red zone, and you got to take all the points we can get. So anytime you're playing a team like that that's had success, you got to know you got to have every single point matters.
Where did you watch?
I was in the Super Bowl. Yeah, I was
Oh,
there.
okay.
I was in Minneapolis. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Have you ever had a tired arm? Some guys go through camp and you're throwing the ball 80 times a day.
I think there's been, throwing schedules and stuff to make sure it's kind of like a pitch count, but never anything like that. No, no.
Oklahoma.
Mm-mm.
Some of your 2018 QB classmates, Sam, Josh Allen, some of these guys, it looks like they're getting ready to possibly start this season.
Mhm.
Do you keep up closely with what those guys are doing, and are you envious in any way that some of them are going to start right away?
Not envious whatsoever. All that matters to me is what we're doing here. I'm happy for those guys. Getting to know them through the draft process. Great guys, and so great for them. It's an awesome opportunity, but in reality, it doesn't matter. I'm here working for the Cleveland Browns. If I was worried about that, then I wouldn't be focused. So I'm handling business here.
Hey Baker, have you struck up any relationship as time has gone on here with Myles Garrett? I don't know if you bonded at all over being number one pick, or talked about what comes with it.
No conversation about that, because at this level, none of that matters. Once you're here, you got to earn it. You got to earn your spot, and you got to pay your dues. So Myles is a great player, but no, we don't play with our toy dinosaurs together.
Just being from Texas, more of something you might find common ground about?
Yeah, he's definitely, he enjoys his privacy, kind of like I do. But he's quiet. He keeps to himself, and so we haven't had many conversations about that. But that's the Texas A&M thing, and me being from Austin, we've had a couple of things about missing some of the food back home.
What strikes you about him as a player, being out here every day in camp?
He's the potential there. He looks like he was made in the lab. He's just, if he goes 100% every play, there's no way you can stop him. He's an incredible player, and so it's exciting to see that we have him on our team.
Jarvis Landry makes an incredible number of catches in a typical practice.
Mhm.
But can you remember how often do you actually throw to him? I mean, it hasn't been much in the team, obviously, right?
Not in team, not getting those reps, but in routes on air, during other stuff, yeah, I'm throwing with him. It's a guy that I could trust no matter what.
Can you estimate how many passes you've seen him drop in practice?
Very few, very few.
What does it do?
Just a couple more.
What does it do when the other night when you get that block and clear the touchdown? When you get receivers willing to kind of throw their body around, what is the message it sends to the rest of the offense?
It sets the mentality and the tone, not just for the offense, for the whole team. When you have a guy willing to do his job at that level, and that's not the most glorious play. He's not catching a touchdown, but he's blocking for a touchdown, and he takes pride in that. And the celebration he had after that was more so than anything I've seen him do after a good catch. And that just shows what type of guy he is. He's a team-oriented guy, and those are the types of leaders and players we want on this team. That's the culture change that we want to make, sure that it's happening every day, and so that's great to see.